Hello students, once again I welcome you into my YouTube channel. So as I told you earlier that we'll start the science classes, class 10 MBOSE, and I also told you that we'll start with the chemistry part, that is classification of elements, because it is a lengthy chapter. So classification of elements, the name of the chapter. So what do you mean by classification? First of all we have to know. So if you want to study, there are so many things are there, and if you want to study about them, we have to classify the things into proper order, then only we can study. For example, you have studied in the biology part, we want to study the plants and animals. So before studying plants and animals, we have to divide them into groups, we have to classify them so that it will be easier to study. Similarly, for a very simple example, if you go to a medicine shop, in a medicine shop or in a pharmacy, if you go, you find that the shopkeeper will keep the medicines in the proper order according to alphabet, A, B, C, D, like that. If a customer will come, he will see the name of the medicine, he will see the starting letter, and then he knows where he kept the medicine, he will collect and give them. Similarly here, so now classification means giving something a proper order. So now here similarly elements we know. In class 9 we have studied elements. There are 114 elements known so far, and out of 114 elements, some of them are metal, some of them are non-metal, and some of them are metalloids. So how to study them? To study them we need their classification. We have to arrange them in the proper order. So here, now why there is a necessity of classification of elements? So first of all, classification may help to study elements better. What do you mean by to study elements better? That means we have to know the better means the properties of the, we will study the properties of the elements better. Properties are chemical property and physical properties. So by classification, we will study in a very in a systematized way, the physical and chemical properties of the elements. Okay. Secondly, now you see that classification may lead to correlate the properties of elements with some fundamental properties characteristic to all elements. So they are saying that classification may lead to correlate the properties of elements. Suppose we take one property of the element, that is atomic number. Okay, atomic number is what? Atomic number is the number of the number of protons, or we can say that the number of electrons. So the number of proton or the number of electron of the elements will give the valence electron. Okay, and the valence electron, this will number of electron in the last orbit of an atom. Okay, of an atom will give what? This is called as the valence electron also, and valence electron will give the group number. Okay, group number of an element, in which group they will belong. They belong to which group? Just like in a school, students are classified, students are placed into different classes. So by knowing the class, we know that the student belong to which class. Similarly here, by knowing the valence electron of an atom of an element, we know that which group the element will belong. So this is the fundamental property, atomic number. Atomic number, for example, if you look at the atomic number of hydrogen is 1, atomic number of the lithium will be 3, atomic number of the sodium is 11. So now hydrogen means that there will be one valence electron. Okay, valence electron. Similarly, lithium, if you make it the electronic configuration, means how electrons are arranged in the lithium, is the first orbit contain 2 electrons, second 1. So here number of the valence electron will be also 1. Similarly, sodium, if we write the electronic configuration 281, number of the valence electron will be 1. That means in all the 3 atoms, in all the 3 elements, the number of valence electrons 1, 1, 1. And so here atomic number we have taken, this is the fundamental property, and fundamental property will correlate here the group numbers. So all these elements will belong to the group 1. They will belong to which group? They will belong to group 1. So in this way, you see, classification may lead to correlate the properties of elements with some fundamental properties characteristic to all elements. And the third one, classification may further reveal relationship between one element and another element. Means by classifying we know that which of them, suppose we take the 2 elements A and B, whether they are metal or non-metal. What is the relation? If both of them may be metal also, and one may be metal, another may be non-metal. One may be metal, and another may be another may be metal white. So like that, this kind of relation we will get, or they will belong to the same group. For example, here we know that hydrogen, lithium, sodium, they belong to the same group number 1. So in this way also we know their relationship, what kind of relationship they have, whether they are all of them are solids, all of them are gases. In this way we can know the relationship.